It's time for your very yummy update, friends. It's going to be delicious today. We are traversing the cryptocurrency bull market through a weekend where we've taken a bit of a tumble. BTC ticking a bit down. I want to quickly show you this, friends. I can't even believe this is real. Look at this. This is HEX price chart. Okay, now people are just, this is interesting. People missed the little logo. So first thing when you see this chart, people say, oh, wow. Because I'm saying, I just can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's real. I think people are saying, man, I just can't believe that Sommi's, thinking, oh, the price went down again. Well, welcome to freaking crypto, right? We go down 99% of the time. It's not that. If you look closely, there is a B up here and an S here. So from the screenshot I got from this, Mr. Cryptomatico, Mr. Cryptico, Mr. Cryptomechatico, Mr. Crypto Carito, Mr. Crypto, sir. Okay, I got to pick that picture from him. He's hidden the address, so it's just some random dude he found. He just found the random guy. This guy bought 1.2 cents and he just sells it down immediately. And it's within the space of a day, just taking a 20% loss on it. And I've clarified here. I'm like, man, this guy bought at 1.2, sells at 0.99 cents. He goes, I've literally seen, this is me, friends, I'm speaking now. I've seen over 1,000 hours of HEX content saying, hold, don't trade, do not trade. Here are the stats. 9 out of 10 people lose. It gets you wrecked. Okay, think of the bigger picture. DCA long-term, DCA long-term, no matter what it takes. Okay, that's the only content I've ever seen of HEX. I've never seen anybody trade it pretty much. Yet, it's still filled with thousands and thousands of players who trade and get wrecked. Still. So why I like it, why I like seeing this still. Okay, I don't like seeing people get hurt, but why I like seeing it is, look, I got to love how markets and emotions are ruled by this cyclical emotional factor and goes beyond any word we could ever say. I like seeing it, friends. I'll be honest. I like seeing it. And with that, I'm going to play some Cranky G music because we're going to pump it. You deserve it. So do I. Look, man, it's kind of like, friends, like sometimes, people, when they're like football players, they love football. They say football's a beautiful game. They love seeing, football friends, the good thing is, doesn't matter whether you're short or tall, you could be a very good football player. Like, like Argentina compared them to like, average height and other players. And you know what I mean? Like there's this beautiful game and skills, elegant and stuff out here. But when I say markets, this is when you're looking at it now, I'm showing you, this is like, I'm sitting on a squeaky chair saying, this is beautiful. It's beautiful because it shows you, man, you basically, there's two ways to look at it. Either people are always going to lose or you're destined to get rich if you just play the right way. You're destined to get rich. Yeah. The chemicals of how we work, the chemical reactions, dopamine and neurotransmitters, right? All these things, I'm just humans, man. How we're built, how we're programmed. We haven't evolved, man. We have not evolved. We're still the same. Fear, man. It's the fear button. Yeah. I was thinking, what is it about? Is it the vitamins? Is it something in our diet? No, it's fear, man. It's fear. As long as we are controlled by who upstairs, NHI, and they have that fear button in us that they can always trigger, we're always going to be like this. Okay. It's literally always going to be like that. And it's just showing you, right? Remember, FOMO, first word of FOMO, friends, is not just friend. Okay. It's fear. It's the fear of everyone getting rich without you. That's the fear, right? And then on the way down, you literally have to straight fear, which is if I don't get out now, I'm going to be poor. It's all over, right? So I like seeing the fact that people still can't break their emotions. The average player can't. Any market that's open for buying and selling, there will be people just doing it. And it just shows us that we're on the right way, no matter how tough it gets, okay? And speaking of getting it tough, well, we have the Smelly Poop 500, which is the S&P 500. Now, Smelly Poops, this is a weekly candle. It's on a bit of a jittery action here. And once again, friends, it just comes back down, man. I know I talk about it a lot, but hey, this is the truth, man. The business cycle is still cucked. Man, how much worse can it get, man? Like, I'm just looking at it, man. We literally have data going back 150 years. This is literally the worst it's ever been. Can you believe? What are the chances that you and I are trying to make it in history and we get the worst business cycle in 150 years? Now, if we actually go back, there are these periods of time. This was the one of the worst periods, okay? But this was a burst of recovery. But then it actually came back down for another pooper. So when I say the worst in history, I don't think it's actually the worst. It's just like it's the longest where it stayed a zombie. Actually, another way to say it, it's the most boring. That's another way. Which makes no sense. Like, how are we the most boring, bro? We literally have AI coming. The sex robots are pretty much here, friends. They're around the corner. Sex robots are coming. AI agents, 200 IQ. How on earth is the business cycle at the most boring thing ever when we literally got all these robots coming? I don't know. I do not know. It just psychologically, it is what it is, okay? But it also shows you, I do know the answer, okay? And the answer is the innovation in the economy it's like crypto tech code. It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. It's our emotions. Yeah, our emotions, they're separate to that tech stuff. They really are, because you're like your amygdala and your brain and your chemicals. Like, we can't tell the difference between you being happy that you get to eat a box of cherries today compared to you being happy because your AI, let's say AI sex robot says, I'll give you 30% discount. You can take me out for a date tonight. You know what I mean? Your brain's like, oh, I'm happy. And there's the other thing, oh, I'm happy. Okay, you can't tell the difference. You literally can't tell the difference, okay? That's also why gambling is one of the most destructive drugs of all time, because you literally sacrifice everything to get the tick up in your dopamine. Yeah, and your brain you have no off button. You literally do anything out there in the world to get the tick up of the dopamine. And that's unfortunately how people just that's why you see people, friends. You ever see someone at the slot machine where they're just like throwing in, 50s, throwing in hundreds, and it's like, they've lost 10, 15, 20K. You ever see average people like that? I'm not talking about, your rich Asian punters who are coming out and throwing, like 30 grand hits on back rows. I'm not talking about them ones where they have like a factory in China and everyone's rich. I'm talking about the average person out here. You're looking at someone, when they say, gambling addiction and stuff out here, just forget that word, man. Unfortunately, you're just looking at someone who, for some reason, man, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get a tick up of dopamine in their head. That's it. They're willing to do whatever it takes, So that's how we get to where we get to in the cycle, by the way, in markets and our emotions and stuff out here. So we're just like waiting forever, man. We're literally waiting forever. And I can promise you one thing. I can't make you many promises, but I can promise you one thing. A business PMI being this down for this long tells me altcoins have the strongest hands in the world. So strong. The strongest. And it makes sense, right? You've literally got nobody else to rinse out. Friends, do you remember when Richie Fart, he made his tweet here. It was kind of like he was doing doublespeak. He was doing the open code talking. Where he came here and he says, oh, golly gee, I have now informed you of the Vietnamese kid. I have now informed you of the extractor. I have now informed you of this stupid PDI. I've now purposefully told you not to buy it. Stop buying it. I've told you there are better alternatives. Ha, 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 ha. When he's saying all of that, okay, you're watching all of it there. He said literally, what was his last things he said? Remember one of the tweets? He says, oh, is there actually anything left for me to say to make you believe me and to get people out? Right? Hello? I'm speaking I'm just being sarcastic in terms of having fun here, pretending like a robot. It's almost like he's reading off a script. He's like, okay, I would now like to shake out weak hands. Do you guys have any ideas for me to say stuff that would shake out more weak hands? I've got the meme coiners out. I've got the PulseX people out. I want the people who want real utility. I've got people who are scared of an extractor. I've got people who are here who thought we're just going to peg in $1. I've got people who are here who thought we're actually just going to peg and I'm just going to give you money. It's like he's just reading off a script. It's like, is there anything else I can do or say to rinse people out? For what other reason are you here? Because I want to get you out. But he obviously didn't say that part. I want to get you out. Okay, he left that part now. He's like, is there anything else I can say? Right? So it's literally, it's a perfect example. And PDI, friends, went to zero. It literally went to zero twice. Bang, bang. Pretty much. In fact, actually, there's a third time. If you count this going to zero, almost, right? it's pretty much, you know what I mean? When you go to, bro, when you're down 98%, you're effectively zero. But then this is actual 0, 0. So that's what the business cycle's done to all of us, by the way. Also, shout out, friends, to Mr. Custard out here watching this gentle sir with his nice gloomy rain outside. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're building into the bubble. That's what I'm saying. So building into the bubble, and why I'm like this, like, yes, push. Push, build into the bubble. Build into the bubble, I say. That's what we're actually doing right here. Shout out to Mr. Polarity. People always think I'm listening to Ramstein in my car, but it's actually Sommi screaming, Soylana, Soylana, soy. Man, I do imagine one day one of you guys just rolling through these streets and the windows down, and, you know, you're just getting me going, soy. And normies just don't get it, man. They just don't get it. But this, when I was at school, you know, when I was at school, okay, and everyone, you know, younger kids, people too scared to say, like, you're on the internet all the time. They're like, oh, what are you, like a nerd? Well, I was freaking so scared. Now, people can't live without it. Yeah? Well, it's crypto is the gateway drug for everyone. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. 95% of people, they're never going to start their own business. Okay? And you know, of those 5 who do, guess what? 3 of them aren't going to be in a business within like 5 years of opening it. So you've got a gap of like 98 out of 100 people who want to get rich, don't want to start their own business. They're working for someone else, getting paid in fiat, which is like just government currency. They're trapped. This is literally the escape raft. This is their shot. Now, whether it works out for all of them or not, I mean, we don't know, but well, it's the best, man. Remember this useful quote from Richard Hart as well. The best investments are discounted due to few understanding their true value at the time. The market's ignorance is your gain. By the time the average investor understands why something is great, it's too late. He said this in Marwai of 2020. Okay, so friends, that's why the secret to markets is positioning. The whole market is positioning PulseChain is dead. HEX, dead. They're positioning PulseX is dead, okay? But dare I say, friends, the market is saying ink, you've got a brown logo. That's what the market's saying right now. I'll go, no, it's not. I think it's green. This is my opinion. I think incentive token, Incentive, I think it's a green logo personally. But the market's pricing it for a brown logo. So Soylana, though, everyone's priced you as a favorite. They're priced you as an Ethereum flipper. I'm like, man, okay, well, so Soylana, you're not priced as dead anymore. That's what happens. When a price, I'm not saying we're special, anyone's special. I'm just saying, look, the market, secret to markets is positioning. You want to look for stuff like PulseChain's the easiest. It's literally the easiest. Not about any idea, okay? The market's saying you're dead when you're actually alive. There you go. It's so easy. Hey, there is a heartbeat. There you go. Right? With Soylana, they're like, oh, you are alive. You are good. You are fast. You do work. Money can work on you. You do have means and stuff. The market's priced so many of these things on you, bro. You do have every single multi-million subscriber KOL approval, okay? You've got all of these, bro. You've got an ETF. You've got an ETF, bro. Okay, they're like, oh, it hasn't launched yet. Who cares, bro? You're on the CME futures. You're pricing for an ETF. So look what the market's priced in. You're like, oh my gosh. Okay, where's your edge now? Look at all these 10 things, friends. Okay? Look at these hands. Imagine them in you in a very family-friendly way, of course, just like pricing it in, okay? Dr. Hexologist style. You put in your gloves, and you check, is everything okay down there? Okay? And open wide. See these? You're inserting that. The market's priced it in. Okay? Look what PulseChain's got. Nothing. Nothing. Remember, friends, the big revelation. The market is like still upset that Richard... look, the market needs to know, hey, are you still on top of a sandwich shop or not? You see what I mean? Like it's... Like I say, there's... Some people get it, some people don't. Okay? My job isn't even to convince people to get it. I don't care. I don't care, dude. The market... I've shown you the emotions, dude. You can't beat the emotions. Okay, that's what it is. But people will only believe at higher prices, and that's it. Now, I made this video as well, friends. Actually, some of the boys, some of them got upset. They thought I was partying without them. But I can just tell you, friends, it's okay, friends. I wasn't partying without the boys. Okay, I turned on my little razor light thing. They've got this little rainbow light button. I actually crank it here for you now. I like having fun here. Okay, I was just having fun, okay? And I put this little Michael Saylor clip. So let's just have a listen. There's only one thing we can do in a time like this, baby dolls, and you know exactly what it is.
People that use fiat currency.
Tell him, Mikey. Just borrow more money, brother.
We call them poor. We call them poor.
Getting that average price. I want it above 100K. So, there's only one thing. You saw that, right? You saw that. That's what we're building up into, okay? We're building into basically this euphoric rave event where Michael Saylor crowned this, not just emperor of Earth, but like emperor of the universe, where it's just like, oh! Friends, remember literally Michael Saylor said, this is our iPhone moment when referring to one of his Ponzi shares. I can't say it. I can't. Bro. Oh, man. You know what? We're going to have to play. Let's play some music here. This is an interlude. I hope they study my videos at university somewhere, okay? Maybe one of those like off-the-cuff ones where you're like one building and you pay someone for the degree, okay? Because I don't think mainstream university is ready. But when this is all done, you come back to my videos and I'm saying, guys, I'm literally telling you in real time, okay? You can make money, man. I can see the bubble forming. Michael Saylor has compared him releasing a Ponzi share that offers you 10% yield that he just borrows other people money from to go buy Bitcoin. He's just literally just taking other people's money. He's like, give me your money. I'm going to go buy Bitcoin. I'm going to give you 10% yield. That is the iPhone. He's literally saying that was my iPhone. And the market's eating it up. Okay. And I'm telling you, they're all smarter than me. They're all richer than me. They're all older than me. They have all these institutions. They have all these signatures, all this regulation, all these countries and boomers and and silver fox haired guys. This old grey dude, big buildings. Oh, I'm a billionaire from New York and I know these assets and we're here for 20 years and I'm literally here. Friends, my hat says this hat stays on during sex, okay? I am literally sitting here on a squeaky chair and telling you all of that means nothing. They have literally swallowed a Ponzi share offering 9% yield, and all it's doing is just taking other people's money and just going buying Bitcoin. That's all you're doing, bro. And they're like, whoa, we have now created the new revolution. I love yous, man. I love yous, okay? Remember, Michael Saylor, friends, his average price is 73K. So during these times, because it's interesting to think about, right? Blockchain backer, the fractal, are we going to be over soon? Maybe, you have Uncle Bobby saying maybe we need a bit of a reset. Maybe we do. We have Arthur Gaze saying, oh, maybe Bitcoin goes down 100K. Ultimately, I am just concerned at the point where I'm looking at that Michael Saylor average price and I'm like, man, you're finished. We're all finished. Okay, I'm not saying that yet. I'm like, it's only 73K. Friends, I'll just tell you right now, when he asked me this good question, and I actually answered it once, but he asked me, hey, Sommi, is Michael Saylor safe if he stops buying right now? And I said, yes. Yeah, I'm almost guaranteed sure. He stops buying right now, he is safe. There's nothing he can do. He does not need to sell. He just needs to stop buying, okay? Doesn't have an off button, though, when you have, I guess if you have 10 shots in the night of alcohol, okay? Some of us prefer orange juice, but some people prefer alcohol. When you're 6 shots in, you could stop right there. Bit of a hangover, but you could stop just right there. You have to stop right there. Yeah? So I feel like, he's going to move into that 7th shot. Thing is that you don't see it now. A lot of people don't even believe, dude. Friends, his average price was $28,000 in the bear market. He didn't buy a single Bitcoin. Why? Because no one's giving him money to buy, bro. How do you think his average price went up? As the price went up. That's how his average price went up. As the price went up. That's his. So yeah, it's coming, man. It's coming. I mean, look at the ferocity of these bubbles, dude. Oh my god, look at how thick these bubbles. They're getting thicker and thicker and thicker. Oh boy. So I just put 100K round number mark. I hope it's not the top. I hope it actually goes above that, but we'll see. So what we're wrestling with now it's, you know, there's a fork in the road. There's always a fork in the road. Oh, 50-50, 50-50. But there actually is a fork in the road as well. You've got Michael Saylor doing his leverage, but it's not dangerous yet, so that's okay. But the business cycle, friends, it still has not ticked up, man. You know what I'm thinking about, man? Dude, if his average price is this high with PMI down here, what the hell is he going to be doing when PMI goes like that? Oh my gosh. Because what you got to think about, right? The money he collects up here, friends, they are people who, okay, so when PMI goes up here, that's the business cycle going up. So when business cycle goes up, we know retailers and plebeians and just everybody in the world wants to buy altcoins, right? Because you're confident about the future. Right? We buy altcoins because altcoins, you don't have restrictions, right? You don't have someone saying you can't buy this or that, right? Altcoins, right? But in the Michael Chad Saylor world, the altcoins, they're high yield bonds. Junk. They call them junk bonds. It's kind of funny. They literally call them junk. It's just like, it is funny. It's called them junk, right? They call them junk bonds. So they want to get access to high yield. Remember, friends, he has STRC, stretch. That's his stable coin. It's pegged to $100, okay? So the demand for that will be unlocked because they want to buy altcoins, but they can't. They're risk averse and they're not allowed to. A lot of their company things, they're not allowed to. But they're allowed to, like, go into literally the junk bonds, high yield bonds, right? That's what he's making them for him. He's like, yeah, I'll give you a high yield bond. He's basically what he's done is, that's why it's kind of funny. Bitcoin Max is saying, this is the most genius thing ever. I'm like, genius for who, bro? You know how this is going to end. We're going to get bitch slapped by the government so hard when we make them look like fools to the rest of the population, as everyone cheats so low, by the way. Maybe it's by design. So he will unlock all this demand to buy these Ponzi shares. That's what we're hoping, you know, but you don't even know. It could be surprises, but just, you'd think that if no one's got confidence now and he's getting this much money, he's going to get all the junk money up here and he's just going to be giving them yield. And here's the thing, man. Why it's clear that's very likely to happen is they don't care that when they're giving him the money, he's buying Bitcoin at, say, 200K. They don't give a crap, right? All they care about is he said, I guarantee you 9% yield forever. And they're like, guarantee? Yes, guarantee. They go, hey, what if you can't pay? They go, don't worry, we've got this Bitcoin, we've got the company. They're like, okay, that's it. They don't care. And that, my friend, that's top stuff. When people are like, because if you ask any of these boomer companies, you're like, bro, would you buy $220,000 BTC right now? They'd say, hell no. Okay. Why are you giving your money to a dude who is and relying on it being there for the yield then? But it's emotional logic talk. We know that save that for the bear market. You know what I mean? So all the signs are there, friends. All the signs are there. They're going to happen. We're just waiting for this business cycle to tick up. I'm hoping. Oh man, I really hope I hope they're nice. All right. And yeah, it's very concerning as well, friends. We're running out of 4-year cycle time. We are. Friendly reminder as well. Whenever we've ticked up above 52 PMI, whenever we tick up above 52, the shortest cycle we ever had was 9 months to the top. It's funny, man. Like, everything is saying we're running next year, man. Still, everything is saying so far. That's why I believe it's all going to come down to that others BTC. Yeah, if we keep doing green combo candles in a row, okay, we're going to start sweating. But if there's a reset again, you know, that's a yummy update, friends. Don't forget, he loves it. Catch you soon.